These crispy fish pakoras, loaded with flavor, are going to be the best ones you've ever tasted.
Hi, and welcome back to Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with these. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share, and comment. And if you enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button. And while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get started.
For this recipe, we're going to go in with 500 grams of skinless, boneless fish or fish fillets. And you can use any fish that you like. You can use halibut, you can use cod. I'm using the tilapia fish here. And I like to use it because it's more on the flat side. Now we're going to cut it down into 2-inch pieces, and I'm cutting it on the diagonal because this helps to make the pieces more even. For our first marinade, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, and we're going to season it with some salt. And now, fish being a very delicate meat, we're gently going to mix it in. Now that we have this first marinade on all the pieces, we're going to keep it aside while we dry roast some of our spices. To a heated pan, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of carom seeds, and 1 teaspoon of dried fenugreek leaves. And we're going to dry roast them to wake up the flavors. And now that the spices are well roasted, I'm going to empty it into a mortar pestle and very coarsely grind them. We're going to add this to our fish marinade. To that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. And I like using the Kashmiri chili powder because it not only gives the flavor, but also color. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper. And now to coat the fish, we're going to use 1/4 cup of gram flour. And for that crispy coating, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of rice flour, or you could use corn flour. And now we're going to add 1/4 cup of thick yogurt and 1 egg. And now we're going to give this a mix so that the spices and the coating that we've added in get well blended and all the pieces of fish get well coated with it. Now let's leave this aside to marinate for the second time for about 10 to 15 minutes while we quickly put together a refreshing chutney to go with it. Now in a small jar of our mixer, we're going to add about 1/4 of an onion, 1 clove of garlic, 1 cup of coriander leaves, about 10 to 15 mint leaves, 1 green chili, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, half a cup of thick yogurt, and oops, I almost forgot the ginger. So we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, or you could just put in a small ginger piece. Now let's cover this up and blend it together. And now just look at that quick, easy and refreshing chutney. Let's pour it out and continue with our fish. To fry the fish, we're going to heat up some vegetable oil. And once the oil has reached 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, we're going to start putting in some pieces of the fish. And you're going to put about 2 to 3 pieces of the fish depending upon the size of the pot. I'm going in with 3 pieces of fish. And I'm going to allow them to fry for about 30 seconds or so before I use my spider skimmer to just lift them up and flip them around. Now it's important not to touch them for the first 30 seconds because this gives a chance for the coating on the fish to firm up. Now we're going to use our spider skimmer and constantly flip the fish around so that it fries evenly on all sides. And once the outer coating has turned crispy and got a lovely color, we're going to lift it up, drain up the excess oil, and place it in a bowl that we have lined with some kitchen paper towels. And now let's fry in our second batch. And once again, we're going to repeat the process. These fish pakoras make a great appetizer when you're having a gathering. They're so easy and quick to put together. Wow, and look how crispy they turn out. And when plating them, I always like to finish it off with a little sprinkle of chaat masala and finely chopped fresh coriander leaves. Oh my goodness! Look at that. And now it's time to give our homemade dhaba style fish pakoras a taste. Wow. I always like to put a little bit more lemon on it just for a tang. I'm going to give it a little dunk. into that refreshing chutney that we made. Wow, these pakoras, they're so crispy and flavorful. They're better than any restaurant. So I hope you give this recipe a try. Hop onto my website, platingitwithwendy.com, where you will find the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.